Hello, hello, hello everybody. Welcome back to more Golden Sun. So last time we played, we entered into Colosso. I absolutely devastated the competition with the flurry of Ragnaroks. And I still have to ask myself, what the fuck did people actually see? Did they actually see the Ragnarok? Did they see me throw swords of fire and earth from the sky? Or did they just see people fucking explode? This is a fairly important question I feel like I need to ask. Anyways, we're not done here yet. Babi wants to talk to us. So we gotta see what he wants and exactly what's on his mind. I've been waiting for you and your companions, Isaac. I've been waiting here because I wanted to speak with you. It's hard to talk when you're so far away. Come over here, please. The battles at Colosso were spectacular. It was the most rewarding to see Babi's favorite warrior steal the day. Yodam, bring him the victor's prize. Yes, sir, right away. Isaac received the lure cap. Incidentally, Isaac, are you feeling better now? Yes. The recuperative powers of youth, and after such fierce battles. Who would have expected less from warriors who rescued me? Enough with the flattery. Let's get to the point. Why were we summoned? Such insolence! Who do you think you're? Who are you to speak to Babi so? Let it be, Odin. There are other ways to judge a man. What is it you said you were called? He's talking to you, Garrett. That's right, Garrett. We shall explain it all. We intended to thank you and your companions for saving Babi, Isaac. But it would seem that gratitude is not enough. I have disclosed everything to Yodam. What do you mean by everything? You do wish to know more about Lemuria, correct? Yes, indeed. Your desire is as plain as day. I have just seen Synergy for the first time. It is an awesome power. I used my cloak ball to show him Synergy. No one else could see it, but I knew Isaac's tournament was strange. I thought it would be unlikely you would fight using such a power. No need to be ashamed, Isaac. Synergy is also a warrior's power. When I first learned of your power, I was shocked. I thought you might be Lemurians. You have mentioned Lemuria many times, Babi. What is it? It is a city of ancient people lying far out at sea. Many years ago, about the time of the Great Flood, Babi was sent to Lemuria. I see. The Great Flood struck while I was traveling with Lumpa. Lumpa? You mean Lumpa the thief? I know it is hard to believe it happened 100 years ago. You mean those rumors about you were true? Crane once mentioned the Stone of Sages. Do you think that's what did it? So the stone that grants immortality came from Lemuria? So you've even heard of the Stone of Sages? Well, I'm afraid I don't have it. It is the draught of Lemuria that has allowed me to live for so long. The draught of Lemuria? It is a magical draught once taken by those who lived in Lemuria. And just drinking stops you from aging? Is that what it does? It would be more accurate to say it slows the aging process. There is death in Lemuria, but it only comes to those whose senses have failed from centuries of use. Do people of Lemuria use Psynergy like we do? You have that draught, Babi. That's why you've lived so long. And become wealthy enough to rule Toby. But what are you getting at? What is your purpose of making everyone study alchemy? I'm starting to wonder myself. What do you hope to gain, Babi? If I had attained true immortality, there would be no need for this research at all. I'm not sure I understand. I had precious little draught, and now I'm running out. You all saw it. There was but little left in the cave. And how long will it last, and what will happen when it runs out? It will run out any day now, and when it does, my life is at its end. Why didn't you tell us sooner? We must find it! It is pointless. What on earth do you mean, pointless? We cannot find Lemuria. But you just said that it lies far out at sea. If we search the seas, we're sure to find it. I've sent so many ships in the past in search of Lemuria. This must have been long before I joined you, but you still failed? I needed more Lemurian draught, but I couldn't find it. Why did you collapse in the cave if you still had more draught? I've been rationing it, but this time I waited too long between drinks. You're trying to make it last longer. I overexerted myself trying to find Lemuria before it ran out. And your reason for calling us here has to do with Lemuria? Exactly, I want you to find it. I have not able to find it myself by sea, but perhaps by air. I can hide it no longer. I have built Babi Lighthouse to see if I can find Lemuria at sea. What? That's why you're building that lighthouse? No, there's more to it than that. We've spotted something in the ocean southeast of the lighthouse, where Lemuria should be. Something dangerous, no doubt. What, monsters? We can handle them. That may be. However, something else troubles me more. What is it, my lord? No sailor has been able to keep his bearings at sea. You're kidding! You mean they can't even keep a straight course? Is there something that distorts distance or direction or something? The current shift there, subtly changing a ship's direction. So the lighthouse will help the ships keep their bearings. So how exactly did you get away from Lemuria after the flood, Babi? That's the thing, Gert. I crossed the sea in a Lemurian ship. I am hoping you can sail it. But why us, when you have so many powerful soldiers at your disposal? None of them have the ability to use Psynergy. One must have Psynergy to sail the ship. Then that would mean that Babi is an adept, wouldn't it? That must be it. No normal person could use that cloak ball. I learned to use a little psi energy during my stay in Lemuria. With what little I learned, I was able to guide the ship. In that case, perhaps I could sail the ship. No, it must be an adept. What should we do, Isaac? Will you do what he wants? If you do, I will grant you whatever you wish. You shouldn't make vows you will later find you cannot keep. I haven't even considered my own wishes lately. In that case, I could provide you with a wealth of items you might like. Babi's offer is very generous. You will consider going, won't you? Of course! Isaac, we have to beat Felix and the others to the lighthouse. The lighthouse? Do you mean Venus Lighthouse? Well, then our paths are intertwined. I too must go to the Venus Lighthouse. But we cannot get to the top of the lighthouse, can we? These adepts may be able to solve the riddle that blocks us. I see. The thought hadn't occurred to me. Isaac! You shall go to the Venus Lighthouse with Yodam. Do not worry. You can take care of your own business first. I see. If they can solve the riddle of the lighthouse, then our own wishes will have been fulfilled. So, we can search for Lemuria after they have completed their own quest. Is that acceptable? Yeah, sounds good to me. Ah, you will undertake the quest. I am most grateful. In any case, you will need my assistance to reach the lighthouse. I'll make preparations so that I am ready to leave at any time. I take my leave now to make preparations. Then you can all meet at Gadouan Passage. That's a brilliant idea. One more thing I'd like you to think about a suitable reward. Yes, I will take care of that immediately as well. I shall be waiting for you at the passage. Your first task will be the riddles of the Venus Lighthouse. I am counting on you, Isaac. So, this is a point in the game where you can either continue the story, or we could take care of one last side quest that the game presented to us once we met Ivan. As you all remember, Ivan's master, I can't think of the guy's name. He's currently trapped in Lumpa, because of Dadampa. You found the cloak ball. Isaac, is that cloak ball what you desire? Yes. That cloak ball is very precious to me. I can't just give it away. But perhaps you could borrow it. Take it with you on your quest. Nice. So we've got what we wanted. This is really the only thing we care about. Everything else doesn't oh, Hamlet. Dr. Hamlet. Hammett? Not sure how his name's supposed to be said. Yeah. He's the reason why we're going back to Lumpa, which is towards the beginning of the game. Like I said, you saw him go to Lumpa before we first met Ivan. So at that point you kind of know that. I think it's hard to know whether or not the game assumes you've made that connection, right? Because like at that point the game is, I genuinely feel like this game is fairly intelligent, right? So you would have okay, so how do I say this? I know what's necessary, right? Because I've beaten the game before, right? But if you had gone there, you would have figured out that you needed to sneak by the guards somehow. So it's game design in such a way that you would have had to go there out of curiosity, realize that you can't go there, and then go, oh, okay, so how do I get past this? It's Gadouan Passage, right? Is it towards the north or the south? I thought it was towards the north. No, because this ain't it. This is not Gadawan Passage. It must be towards the south. Yeah. It's towards the south. My mistake. I'm sorry. Gondwan Passage. So I guess we got to go south then. We only have a few Jin left before the game ends. Believe it or not, the game is not that far off from being completed. I only really have a little bit left, honestly. I always used to say back in the day that at this point in the game, we're really on the downhill. Which these days is nothing for me, honestly. Downhill for me is a minor note, as 9 times out of 10 the game doesn't end for me. The game never ends. It's never... Very few games I've done are ever over once I get towards what could be considered the end of the game. It's usually just a minor sidestep. Ah, here we go. This is what we want. Gondwan Cave. Thankfully, we have lift. Which is technically mostly what we need right now. Not fighting stuff. I'll probably fight stuff more regularly once we get towards the latter parts of the game. Oh, is it reveal? No, not here yet either, is it? Nope. Okay. Damn it, game. God, game, stop! I'll have to make sure I equipped the Psi Energy Rock, as K-Bash likes to say, because, good lord, man, this game just good lord, this game is really making sure they get their money's worth out of these fucking encounters. Holy shit. Clay Spire. Two. Uh-huh. Alright, what? Did I not? Yeah, that's why. You. There. Now the Jin are in their correct locations. I guess the real big shame is you don't get to really mess with a lot of the cool Jin combinations till like super late game. Cause the game just doesn't make the damn things viable. It's like they're not viable till late game anyways. Which is kind of a damn shame, because they're cool. Like, there's a lot of really cool shit you can do with them, but they're not viable until you get most of them anyway. So by that point, it's like, why bother? You know, game, I don't like having the piss taken out of me just because you feel like I should have to encounter every single fucking thing down here. But I would really appreciate if you just left me be. Just let me off the hook this one time. Would that be so bad, game? Just let me off the hook. Please. I'd rather not. Nice. High impact. Nice. Alright. What's your thing? There we go. Thank you. Out the way. And boom. So now we should end up on the other side. Yeah, there we go. Now we're on the other side of Gondwan Passage, which this should be Calais. Yeah, okay. So this is Calais. So yeah, we're roughly where we need to be. I will say for a game like Golden Sun, you don't really expect them to have these long-winded side quests that require you to obtain an item that you have no idea how you're going to obtain or when. That and the fact that you wouldn't know that you could get the cloak ball, right? Like you could assume, right? Like most people would just say, well, you know, I'm sure they're going to give me the cloak ball at some point, right? Or the cloak item at some point, because that's just, oh, fuck that. No, get that shit off. Take that shit off. Thank you. Like, I think any reasonable person would say, okay, I'm probably going to end up getting the cloak ball at some point during my gameplay, right? Yo, your attack stat's higher than Ivan's? What the fuck? Holy shit. Yeah, but her agility is fucking absurd. Holy Jesus. His agility is absolutely fucking maddening. It's no wonder he always goes after fucking Isaac. Christ. There. Just going through my items and figuring out what I can move about. They give you so much, like, synergy items by the end of the game. It's actually kind of absurd. What's this? West Lumpa Cave. Okay, cool. So, why is this here? Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Fair enough. So it's technically not the entryway that stops you from getting in. It's actually a different thing that stops you. So you could have technically gotten into Loompa the second you got Mia, which is how you would have figured out that you couldn't get any further than that. I love the game. I love the game puts so much fanfare into figuring out such a simple puzzle. I think it's adorable. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna heal up real quick. I doubt there's anything useful in this town for us, as you could have come here about as early as getting Mia. Really? Okay. Cool. Don't help me. It's whatever. I don't even care. We've had no freedom ever since the caravan came to the village. We can't even leave the village and no one is allowed in. I hate it. I bet so. Are you selling stuff? I'll sell you as much armor as you like once the village is reopened. Oh, you bitches. The village is legitimately closed off. Well, I guess it's not that big of a deal. I have enough items to essentially put power in an entire fucking army, so I guess I can't be that upset. You. And you. Alright, it's not HP we need anyways, is it? Okay. So yeah, we can't obtain anything, surprisingly enough. The game will not let us buy anything. Real shame. Real fucking shame. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is weird. You have to be within the scope of reveal for this to work. But it does work. You can do this. This is totally a thing you are able to do. So we'll frost this. I have to make sure I find the Jinn at some point during all this. Yeah, how does that work? Like, people just saw me run across a hidden thing. Is that really the only thing that's... Oh, okay. The fuck? Oh, okay. That's fucking weird, but fair enough. Doop. Take that for myself. Huh. Nut. Fucking nut. Alright, what's in here? Oh. Nice. I have a feeling there's nothing in here of any real value to me outside of the water of life, if I'm 100% on. Oh, antidote. Okay. So yeah, nothing really valuable. But, I mean, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. So how the fuck do I get back down then? Oh, here. Duh. Oh, God, now I gotta go back through my items again, don't I? God damn it. Alright, let's go. So what we're going to do is we're going to change move to cloak. Boom. I am invisible now. Fuck you. You can't see me. Such a weird gimmick. Here. So the goal here is not to get caught. Getting caught is going to set you back. You don't want that. Okay. So they're not as visually equipped as I thought they were. Who goes there? Who are you? You don't look nearly as mean as the thieves in the fortress. Did you sneak into the Loompa's fortress in search of something? Yeah. The great merchant Hammett? I'd tell you if I knew, but I don't. Of course you don't, do you? Always have cloak turned on just in case you run into someone, because there are people who walk around. They will. Oh. And here's the failure state of this. If you get caught, you don't just, you don't get to fight your way through this. You do have to Metal Gear your ass through this dungeon. But hey, you know, live and you learn. I had to learn somehow. Haven't done this in almost a decade, so might as well figure it out as we go. Oh, yeah. Be careful with that, too, because they can see you. Whether or not you're in the dark, they can still see you if you're not cloaked. Da, 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 da. That way's fucking locked anyway, so I can't go that way. Yeah, not getting by you. Da, da, da. Hello. Nearly all these women were brought here against their will like me. I just want to go back to my hometown just one more time. Poor Donpa. Donpa's behavior is driving him into despair. Donpa can't last much longer like this. Yeah, when your son's an absolute fucking shitheel, I guess I can't blame... Oh, hello. Could this be the guy who's come to get Hammett back? Yeah, I bet he is. What a bold rascal. The Dampa will be livid if we lose Hammett. We're really going to be in for it if we let these kids get away. You're not going any further, not without some serious bruises anyways. Oh, you're just straight up choosing death. Okay, fair enough, I guess. I don't think this is the greatest career move you could possibly make, but you know what? You're not the first people to choose death. Seems to be that's pretty popular amongst you types. Multiple choice question and you still choose violence. Oh, they are still, why are they still alive? They are still alive. That is not appropriate, game. Yo, why were they still alive? They lived. They were able to live past a full turn of full-on brute force. That is scary.